Okay students, now we are going to learn about narrative text with me, Miss Maulida Arum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon students.
Afternoon, Miss.
Good afternoon students.
Afternoon, Miss.
Yes, please be spirit because today we have the last meeting. Okay, now how do you feel today? How are you today, students?
I feel fine.
Okay, students.
I would know who are absent today. Is there anyone? Okay, so there is no one absent today.
Before we start our lesson today, please one of you be the leader to lead the prayer. Maybe one of you would be the volunteer. Okay, Feby, please lead the prayer.
Okay, let's pray together. Pray begin.
Thank you, Feby, for leading the prayer. Okay, students, do you know what we are going to learn today?
No.
So I will give you some a picture maybe to make you know what we are going to learn today. Okay? Please pay attention to the picture that I give. Do you know what is that?
Wow.
Is that
Cinderella? Cartoon here, Cinderella.
Yes, Cinderella. What kind of story is Cinderella? Maybe what?
Fiction.
Yes. Can you relate to our material today? Because I think in your junior high school you already have learned about the material that we will learn today. Do you know?
Text.
Yes, this is about the text of fiction, or called as narrative text.
Narrative
Yes. Okay, so you remember about the material?
Yes. Little bit.
Yes. Okay. Now I will give you a free video to make. No, before I give you the video, I will tell you some explanation about this material. Okay. Narrative text is a kind of imaginative story or imaginary story that aim to amuse or entertain the reader of the text. So the social function of narrative text is to amuse or entertain the reader. Okay, do you get it?
Yes.
Okay, and then the generic structure of narrative text. Okay, here the generic structure, there are three main generic structure. There are orientation, complication, and resolution. Orientation is the introduction of the story, like the introduction of the time, the place, and the characters in the story. And then the complication is describing about the problem that appear in the story. And then the resolution or the last generic structure is describing the problem, how the character resolve the problem. Do you get it?
Yes.
Okay, now it is the language feature that used in narrative text. Can you guess what the tense of the narrative text?
Past using past tense.
Yes, all of you are right. It is using past tense because it tells about fiction, and maybe it has happened like the legend. It is so long time ago, and now I will give you some kind of narrative text. There are myth. Do you know myth?
Meet. Cut.
Yes.
Like Niro gitu.
Yes, like that.
Myth.
Yes. And then legend. Do you know legend?
Yes.
Can you mention what kind of narrative text that includes in legend?
Tahu.
Yes.
Moldova.
Yes. Nadia, have you any idea?
Legend of Borobudur.
Yes. And then fairy tale. What we have, yes, like what picture I have given to you, Cinderella, and then Tinkerbell, and many others, Barbie, or many others. And then Fable. Do you know what is Fable?
Hewan.
Yes. Yes, it is about animals. Can you mention what the examples are of Fable?
Nyolong timun.
Yes, this is the kind of story when we are child.
Yes.
Yes. Now, please, I have shared the link to you, so you have to pay attention to the video and listen carefully to the story of narrative text I've on the video.
Yes. Okay.
I'll give you 5 minutes to watch.
The Ant and the Dove. One hot day, an ant was seeking for some water. After walking around for a moment, she came to a spring. To reach the spring, she had to climb up a blade of grass. While making her way up, she slipped and fell unintentionally into the water. She could have sung if a dove up a nearby tree had not seen her. Seeing that the ant was in trouble, the dove quickly put off a leaf from a tree and dropped it immediately into the water. Into the water near the struggling ant. Then the ant moved towards the leaf and climbed up there. Soon it carried her safely to dry ground. Not long after that, there was a hunter nearby who was throwing out his net towards the dove, hoping to trap the dove in this way. Guessing what she should do, the ant quickly bit him on the heel. Feeling the pain, the hunter dropped his net, and the dove flew away quickly from his net. Then finally, the dove was safe.
Have you done, guys?
Yes. Yes.
Now, after you have watched the video, now I will ask you some question. Do you know what kind of the narrative text is it?
Paper.
Yes, because of the characters are
Animals.
who are they?
Ant and dove.
Yes, and then where is the story take place?
In the river.
Yes,
In the jungle.
yes, of course. Do you know how they save each other? Can you mention it? Please raise your hand if you know. Anyone?
Bagaimana?
Yes, Nadia, please.
So the ant is flown on the river.
And then?
But the ant was on a leaf.
Yes.
Then the dove take the leaf from the river and take it down to the ground.
Yes. And then how the ant saved the dove? Do you know? Anyone know?
Nyokot.
Beating.
Nyokot.
Yes.
Hunter.
Yes. By the hunter.
Yes, the ant fight the hunter.
Do you know what is the moral value of the text?
Eating.
Helping
each
other.
other.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think now you have understood well about that. But one question again. Can you mention what are the past tense of or the verb that used in the text?
Oh, past tense.
Yes, past tense. Yes.
I found past tense in the. It's like
What?
wrote, came, fell, and sung.
Yes. Great. Now, I believe that you have learned so well about this material. I want you to work in pair to make a narrative text and including the dialogue on it, and then after that, after you finish it, you can practice it in front of the class. And please make 2 questions of your story, okay?
Okay.
I'll give you 5 minutes. Is it enough?
Yes.
Okay, please student, start now.
Yeah.
make a better of it also. And how about your group?
Timun Mas.
Great. You can just take the best part of yours, not the whole story. Not the whole story. You are allowed to just take of your favorite part.
We can read. Remember it.
You can read it because you have to read with intonation. With a good intonation.
Well, maybe someday. Aku sih udah cuci. Don't lie. You must keep your promise. You must keep your promise. Promise. Okay, but you must call her now. Okay.
Wow, you are so genius. Yes, you can take just the best part of yours. Yes, but one of you, if there is no Nara, okay, 3 minutes left.
Okay. Jadi kita kasih ikutin mama sama. Oh, ada.
Have you done, guys?
With me.
Okay.
Well, finish.
Okay, when the remaining group will finish it.
Now we are going to make a movie.
Yes.
I know. Say the cat.
1 minute left.
Okay, Miss. Which one? Udah.
Okay, have you done? Okay, students, if you have done your work, please practice your work in front of the class. Who is the first? Okay, Nadia and Grace.
Okay.
Is Nadia and Grace?
Take the checklist.
with a good intonation, okay?
Okay, so today me and Nadia will show you about
Pay attention.
Timun Mas story. And I will be a giant, green giant. And Nadia will the book of Timun Mas, the mother. Yeah. Okay, start. Wait. As the time goes, Timun Mas grow up. Udo Ijo goes to Timun Mas' hut and begs what should be promised. Ho 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 ho! Where is your child? She goes to play with her friend. Don't lie. You must keep your promise. But she really plays with her friend. Okay, but you must call her now. Okay, I'll call her now. Just wait. But Sirni went to call Timun Mas. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you for your great performance.
Okay.
And now, the next group, please. Mbak Vina and Mbak Feby.
Wait.
Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
My name is Feby,
My name is Vina.
and I will be the narrator. And
I will play two actors like
fox
and
and
cat.
cat.
Please pay attention.
Okay. Well, maybe someday when I have the time, I may teach you a few of the simple ones.
Replied the fox airily. Just then, they heard the barking of a pack of dogs in the distance. The barking grew louder and louder. The dogs were coming in the direction. At once, the cat ran to the nearest tree and climbed into its branch without offering of any dogs.
This is the trick I told you about, the only one I know.
Said the cat. Thank you.
And you have already read the question, right? Please, can you give your question to the
Yes.
the first
yes.
question? Just read it.
The first question is what is the moral value? And then the second question is what is who is the antagonist character?
Okay, please, group 2, answer. Who wants to answer?
Me number 1 and Fina number
Yes,
2.
please, Fabian.
Number 1, the moral value is if we do something, we have to receive the consequence.
Oh yes, good, Fabi. And then
The answer
second question.
for second question, who is the antagonist? The antagonist is giant, green giant. Yes.
Okay, so the two questions are answered correctly.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, now your group give the question to the group.
The question for your group is what kind of narrative text it is and who are the main characters?
Please, you want to answer?
Number 1. This is kind of fable because it's animal.
Yes.
The main characters are fox and cat.
Yes.
Okay, so both two questions are answered correctly. Okay, give applause to all of you. Now, we have learned about what?
About
Narrative text.
Yes, please mention the generic structure of narrative text.
Orientation, complication, and
resolution.
And the language feature?
past
tense.
Okay, so where is the social function?
Entertain.
Entertain.
The
To
reader.
amuse the readers.
Okay, now I believe that you have learned well about this material.
Okay, students, now I will review about today's material. Today we learn about narrative text, which have the social function to amuse or entertain the reader of the story. And then there are three main generic structures of narrative text. Those are orientation, to show the introduction of the story, and then complication, to show the problem that appears in the story, and then the last one is resolution, in which the character try to resolve the problem. And then for the language feature that be used in narrative text is past tense, in which the subject plus verb to plus noun or adjective or adverb if it was verbal. And then for the nominal one, it should be subject, to be, was or were, noun or adjective or adverb. And sometimes it used dialogue to show the character's expression. Those are some kind of narrative text, legend, myth, fairy tale, and table. Okay, I think this is enough.
And I will close this class, but before I close this class, I will give you a task. Please make a narrative text. Write down on your workbook and please submit it next week. Okay?
Okay, Miss.
Okay. Now, before we end this class, please pray together. One of you, please lead the prayer.
Before we end our class, let's pray together. Pray begin.
Okay, thank you, Grace, for leading the prayer. Okay, thank you so much for your nice attention, students. Please be spirit because next week we will meet again.
Yay.
Okay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.